Did you know that life's most powerful lessons often come disguised as its darkest moments? The truths that hurt the most are often the ones that heal the deepest. But let's face it, most people choose sweet lies over uncomfortable truths. Why? Because facing reality is hard. Yes, life is paradoxical. It lifts you up one moment, then breaks you the next. And many people, instead of confronting it, numb themselves with distractions, lies, and half-truths. I don't blame them. Truth hurts. But let me ask you, do you really want to drift through life, eyes half shut, whispering, "I'm fine," when your heart knows you're not? If your answer is no, stay with me. Because today I'm going to share 12 uncomfortable truths, rooted in Stoic wisdom that can liberate your life if you dare to face them. But before we dive in, let me tell you a story. It's the story of Anna, a woman much like many of us. She had everything a person should need to be happy. A stable job, a cozy home, supportive friends. But inside, she felt hollow. She tried to fill that emptiness with distractions, shopping, trendy classes, social media, scrolling, throwing, dinner parties, anything to avoid being alone with her thoughts. But when night came and silence filled the room, the emptiness remained. One day, while walking in the park, she saw an elderly woman named Carmen writing in a weathered journal. Curious, Anna asked, "What's the most important lesson in there?" Carmen smiled, closed the journal, and said, "The truth, even when it hurts, is the only path to freedom." That conversation echoed in Anna's mind for days. And finally, she faced the truth, that she hated her job, that she cared too much what others thought, that she had never pursued her dreams out of fear. That moment of painful clarity was the start of her transformation. Now I ask you, how many times have you told yourself everything is fine when deep down it wasn't? How often have you avoided the very truths that could set you free? Today, we begin the journey. 12 uncomfortable truths. Each one painful, but each one powerful. Before we begin, if this resonates with you, comment "Stoic at heart" or share one truth you're ready to confront today. Let's build a community of truth seekers. And now, let's begin. 1. Not everyone will accept you. Following the first truth that not everyone will accept you, here comes another that may sting a little, but will set you free even more. We humans bend over backwards to be liked, to fit in, to meet others' expectations. But here's the brutal reality. No matter how much you try, someone out there still won't like you. And the best thing you can do is to stop caring so much about it. Let's be honest. How many times have you held back what you really think just to avoid conflict? How often have you worn a fake smile to blend in, even though deep down you were screaming, "No, I don't agree"? We've all been there, shaping ourselves to be accepted. But ask yourself, is it really worth losing your true self to please others? Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Living in fear of what others think is like being a ship adrift, tossed around by the wind of other people's opinions. But when you anchor to your values, you become the captain of your life. Start small. Reflect on what truly matters to you, what values you would never betray. Let that be your compass. And whenever you feel pulled into pleasing others, say to yourself, "I can't please everyone, and that's okay." It may feel empty at first, but over time you'll see it for what it is. Freedom. Because when you stop seeking acceptance from everyone, you start attracting the people who love you for who you truly are. And most importantly, you begin to live in integrity, aligned with your values. And here's the beautiful part. The right people will stand by your side without needing you to change. 2. You're not as important as you think. Ouch, right? But hear me out. We all fall into the trap of thinking the world is watching us closely. Every little mistake, every awkward moment, we imagine people are judging, remembering, gossiping. But the truth is, they're not. They're too busy thinking
about themselves. Remember that time you tripped or misspoke in a meeting?
You obsessed over it for days, but everyone else moved on in seconds. It's called the spotlight effect, as proven by researchers at Cornell University. We overestimate how much others notice us, when in fact, most people are too focused on their own lives. Epictetus taught us to focus only on what's in our control. And guess what? Other people's opinions are not in your control, which means you can stop trying to be perfect. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. That, my friend, is true freedom. Next time you catch yourself worrying, ask, what are they really thinking about right now? And most of the time, the answer will be, not you. Once you let go of trying to be everyone's favorite and step away from the imaginary spotlight, something shifts. Freedom enters. And here's a mantra to repeat when in doubt. What others think of me does not define who I am. By embracing this, you release yourself from the exhausting pressure of imaginary expectations. You finally allow yourself to make mistakes, to live authentically, and to focus on what truly matters, your values, your dreams, your tribe. Because what defines you is not how much others notice you, but how much meaning you bring to your life. 3. Life won't always be fair. Have you ever felt like life owes you something? Like if you work hard, stay kind, and always do the right thing, things should go your way? And then reality hits. Someone less capable gets the promotion. A dishonest person wins. Your dreams, no matter how hard you try, stay out
of reach. It hurts, but here's the raw truth. Life isn't fair, and it never promised to be. Is it fair that the lion always goes for the injured zebra? I don't know, but that's nature. That's life. And we must learn to accept it. Epictetus put it best. Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for them to happen as they do. And you will find peace. This isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the constant
internal war against things outside your control. Picture this. You're walking on a sunny day. Suddenly rain pours. You can scream at the sky, curse your luck, or you can open your arms and feel the rain. Cold, yes, but nourishing. Let me tell you about Reuben, a kind, hard-working man who believed that good people get good things. Until one day, his company closed down without warning. His friends disappeared. He felt betrayed, abandoned, broken. It's not fair, he said again and again. But then he remembered a quote from Marcus Aurelius. He realized he couldn't control what happened, but he could control how he responded. And from that moment, he rebuilt. He didn't find fairness. He found growth. Life, my friend, is not a chessboard where the rules are always clear. Sometimes you're handed broken pieces, but you can still play a brilliant game. So next time life feels unfair, ask, what can I do with what
I have right now? It might not be perfect, but it might be the beginning of something greater than you ever imagined. Unfairness is not the end.
It's a test, one that pushes you to rise, adapt, and discover strength you didn't know you had. And before you curse your luck again, remember the words of Epictetus. Learn to see the storm as a chance to grow. Because even when justice fails, your resilience can become your greatest triumph. Ready for the next truth? 4. Time is your most precious asset. And it's slipping by as we speak, as we just realized. Time won't wait for anyone. It's the most valuable asset you have. And every day spent carelessly is a moment you'll never reclaim. Let me share something personal with you. For a long time, I felt like I was always busy. My calendar full, my mind racing. But by the end of the day, I'd realized something heartbreaking. I hadn't moved an inch closer to what truly mattered. Hours slipped away on meaningless scrolling, watching videos I forgot the next day, or procrastinating with any excuse I could find. I kept telling myself, tomorrow I'll have more energy, tomorrow will be different. But the truth? Tomorrow came, and nothing changed. One night, sitting at my desk, I looked at a list of goals I had neglected for months, and it hit me. I was wasting the most precious thing I had, my time. That very evening, I turned off the TV, closed all social media apps, and made a simple commitment, at least 30 minutes a day for what really matters to me. The first few days were tough. The distractions were strong and I felt weak. But day by day, I started to regain control. Not just over my time, but over my life. And you? How much of your time is being consumed by distractions that bring nothing in return? It's time to face it. Your time is not infinite. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll start making intentional decisions. Here's where to start. Step 1. Learn to say no. Say no to obligations that drain you. No to activities that don't fulfill you. Because every no to what doesn't matter is a yes to what does. Step 2. Set clear priorities. Each morning, ask yourself, what's the most important thing I can do today to move closer to the life I
Want? Then do it. No excuses, no distractions. Time is like a river. It keeps flowing.
You can't store it, you can't freeze it, but you can choose where to direct it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't let your hours disappear into a current of distractions. Remember Seneca's words, time lost is never found again. Protect
It like gold, because one day, when you look back, it won't matter how much time you had, only how you lived it. So tell me,
what will you do with the hours you've been given today? Next up, 5. Perfection doesn't exist. And it's time we stop letting that illusion hold us back. When you let go of the obsession with perfection, you give yourself permission to be human, to try, to fail, and to rise again. And here's the funny part. The moment you stop chasing perfection, you begin to find beauty in imperfection. So drop the need for everything to be flawless. Embrace the opportunity to take action right here, right now, because perfection doesn't exist. But your ability to move forward does. So what are you waiting for? Begin today. 6. Pain is necessary. I know it sounds harsh, but hear me out. Pain is necessary. Most of us spend our lives avoiding it, distracting ourselves, numbing it, pretending it isn't there. But the truth is, without pain, there's no growth. Pain, though uncomfortable, always serves a purpose. It's the teacher that delivers life's deepest lessons. Psychologist Carl Jung once said, "Emotional pain doesn't go away until you've learned what it's meant to teach." That line hits hard because it forces us to stop treating pain like an enemy and start seeing it as a messenger. If we ignore it, suppress it, avoid it, It just returns louder and stronger until we finally listen. Let me ask you something. Have you ever faced a loss, a failure, or a heartbreak that felt unbearable? Go back to that moment. What did you do with the pain? Did you use it to reflect, grow, and change? Or did you bury it, escape into distractions, and pretend everything was fine? Most of us choose escape. Because let's be honest, facing pain is not easy, but avoiding it doesn't make it vanish. It only delays it. And when it returns, it hits harder. Pain is like a seed buried underground. At first, there's only darkness, pressure, and cold. But with time, if we allow it, that seed transforms into roots, then a trunk, then blossoms. No discomfort, no growth. The Stoics knew this deeply. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, endured war, betrayal, and the heartbreaking loss of his children. Yet, he left us with this incredible truth. The fire within me turns every obstacle into fuel. To Marcus, pain wasn't to be avoided, it was to be used. It shaped his mind, forged his character, and sharpened his spirit. And you what? Are you doing with your pain? Are you using it as fuel to grow? Or are you tucking it away, hoping it disappears? The Stoics remind us what troubles us is not the event, but our judgment of it. Epictetus, pain is the soul's alarm clock. It forces us to be honest about our lives and face the truths we most fear. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's also the bridge to a stronger, more authentic life. So next time life puts pain in your path, don't run, face it. Ask it, what are you here to teach me? And let it change you. Because in the end, those painful truths are the very ones that set you free. 7. Happiness is a choice. And what you're about to hear might just shift your entire outlook on life. Now that you understand how pain can lead to growth, it's time to face another life-shaping truth. True happiness doesn't come from external things. It doesn't lie in that dream vacation, that promotion, or even in someone's arms. It lies in how you choose to live each and every day. Have you ever thought, once I get that job, that relationship, that trip, then I'll be happy? And when it finally happened, did it really change anything? Maybe it brought a spark
of joy, but not long after, things felt the same again. Why? Because the truth is, it was never about those things. It's always been about how you choose to show up each day. The Stoics knew this well. They didn't tie happiness to events or circumstances. They found it in how they responded.
Epictetus said, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some are not. What we can always control is how we think and act. So how do you choose happiness in everyday's life? Here's what I do. I take full responsibility. I don't blame others or wait for things to change. I ask myself, what can I do to improve this? When I feel lost or overwhelmed, I pause and ask, does this truly matter for my happiness? Or is it just noise? The answer isn't always easy, but it helps me realign with what I truly value. Happiness, my friend, is not a gift life hands you once everything aligns. It's a choice, a conscious one you make every single day. And once you truly accept this, once you decide to take control of your compass, something powerful shifts. You stop waiting. You start building, and your life begins to reflect your values, not someone else's expectations. So let me ask you, are you ready to make that choice? Because in the end, happiness is not something you find, it's something you choose. 7. Change is inevitable, but when life takes a turn, will you resist or will you flow with it? Let's find out next. Once you've accepted that happiness is a choice you make daily, it's time to face the next truth. Success requires sacrifice. There's no shortcut, no magic formula, no express ticket to achievement. If you want something meaningful, truly meaningful, you have to be willing to pay the price. You've probably felt it before. Waking up early before sunrise while others are still asleep. Saying no to parties, distractions, and comforts that pull you away from your
Purpose.
feeling exhausted, uncertain, even discouraged, but pushing forward anyway. That is sacrifice, and it's necessary. As the Stoics reminded us, success never comes passively. Epictetus said it plainly. Nothing great is ever achieved without effort. And the greater the goal, the higher the price you must pay. Think of it like forging a sword. To create something strong and lasting, it must endure fire, intense heat, and relentless hammering. Without that process, the blade will shatter at the first sign of pressure. Success is the same. You cannot expect to reach greatness if you cling to ease, comfort, and distractions. So how do you train yourself for this kind of sacrifice? Step 1. Define what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, does this move me closer to my goal or pull me away? Cut anything that doesn't serve your mission. Step 2. Make a plan and stay committed. Consistency is the bridge between sacrifice and success. Stick to it even when no one is watching. Step 3. When it gets tough, and it will, remember why you started. Reconnect with the vision that inspired you. Because every small sacrifice today is a strike on the sword of tomorrow. The Stoics didn't teach us to avoid difficulty. They taught us that a life of effort, discipline, and clarity brings the truest joy. So the next time you ask yourself,
Is this worth it? Picture yourself beside the forge. Every swing of the hammer is progress. Every sacrifice is shaping something great. Are you ready to endure the fire? 10. Make failure your friend. And believe it or not, failure might
be your greatest ally. Let's explore why in the next part. Once you've dared to step outside your comfort zone, there's one final truth waiting for you, a truth that will shape your every decision moving forward. Your inner dialogue is your most powerful weapon. There's a voice inside your head. It's always there, whispering, commenting, judging. Sometimes it encourages you, but more often it's that inner critic telling you you're not good enough, you'll fail, or why even try? That voice can either be your biggest enemy or your strongest ally. And here's what you need to understand. The way you speak to yourself shapes the path your life takes. Imagine having a personal coach following you 24/7. Now, what if that coach constantly told you you'll never succeed? You always
mess up. You're a failure? How would you feel? Defeated, helpless? Sadly, that's how many people talk to themselves every single day. But here's the good news. You can train that voice. The Stoics knew this well. Seneca once said, "We
suffer more in imagination than in reality." It's not what happens to us that breaks us, it's how we interpret it. If you learn to speak to yourself with strength, compassion, and clarity, you'll unlock a force powerful enough to help you overcome anything. And this isn't just philosophy, it's backed by science. A study from the University of Michigan found that people who practiced positive self-talk performed better under pressure and felt significantly less stress. So how do you turn that voice from a critic into a coach? First, pay attention. What phrases do you repeat to yourself when things go wrong? Second, rewrite the script. Instead of "I always fail," try "I'm learning with every attempt." Instead of "I can't," say "I'm figuring it out." It may seem simple, but your inner voice is not background noise. It's the script of your life. If you want a different ending, you need to write it with empowering words. Because in the end, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. I invite you to embody these 12 Stoic truths in your life. It won't be easy. But when you learn to face pain, failure, and change with wisdom and courage, you'll move one step closer to lasting peace and freedom. If you've made it this far, write in the comments, "The truth sets me free." That way, I'll know who the real Stoic warriors are that stayed with me until the very end. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and like this video so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you're ready to go even deeper, check out the playlist on screen, packed with stories, lessons, and tools to help you navigate life with wisdom and strength. Until next time, take care and keep embracing your inner Stoic.